Hello, everybody, and welcome to another week of Let's Talk. I am your host, author Dre Lett, and this is another fun-filled show of Let's Talk. As you guys know, Let's Talk is a show that informs, inspires, and motivates. And so every show we have is just to do just that, to lift your spirits up. So, as you guys know, every week I tell you about my books. You can purchase them on my website at dtlproduct.net. There you can find a complete bio on me and about what the books are about. They also can be purchased on Amazon, and also my bio is there as well. Just type in Dre Lett. So, you guys, I'm so excited. This is Delightful Friday. Got to get you going, get you going, get you going, right? So, next up, we have special guests. My special guests specialize in bringing delight into their clients' lives by making things easier. Patricia Smiley Harmon is a retired Delta Airlines employee who decided to make her dreams come true and devote 100% of her time to baking delicious, delightful desserts. She'll be on shortly to talk to us about her business, My Mama's Pound Cakes. My next guest after Patricia is Sabrina Lowry. She is an award winning leader, influencer, innovative, technologist, and has been a mogul in the real estate industry since 2003. She is affectionately known as the Tech Evangelist. So stay tuned, they'll be coming up in the show. So you guys know hot topics. I'm always got something I want to share with you guys. And I just want to give a shout out to my live studio audience because they are always there with me. So let's take a look and see who is watching with us tonight. Yes, one of my faithful audience members, Carla. Hey, Carla. Hey, lady. How you doing? Pamela's watching. Let's see. Rockin' Richard is right. Hey, Richard, Detroit in the house, Michigan. Hi, mommy in love from Nevada. She's watching. Hubby is watching from Atlanta, Georgia. And we have several of you that are watching. You don't want to comment, but that's okay. That's okay. Don't, you can be shy. So I always like to give a shout out to my live studio audience. They mean so much to me. They make the show fun and exciting. And with things just being so off, I need that. I had a death in my family, and so I chose to keep working. I chose to do the show in honor of their memory. My cousin Thoma, I love her so much, and she would be missed. We were very close. So she used to watch the show, and she always was one of my big cheerleaders. So I just wanted to continue and do the show. So with that, I want to share with you guys something that's near and dear to my heart, my baby, as I call it. It is DTL Productions. I want to make sure you guys can see it and view it and know what my company's all about. So this is one of my babies. So take a listen and watch. And there you guys have it, my baby DTO Productions. So that is my business that I am oh so very proud of. So with further ado, I'd like to bring up my next guest. As I mentioned earlier, her name is Patricia Smiley. She is the proud owner of My Mama's Pound Cakes. She is making her dreams come true of opening up and owning her own business in the world of cake bakeries. She is known for her moist and sweet, delightful cakes. She loves putting a smile on her customers' faces as they bite into her wonderful delights. And for that, she is on for Delightful Friday. So I'm going to bring Patricia into the Let's Talk room. She's going to be joining here in a second. There she is. Hey, it's connecting. Oh, you can hear me. How are you, Patricia?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
Doing good, doing good. You surviving COVID-19, washing your hands, wearing your mask, all that good stuff.
Absolutely. That's a must.
I know that's right. I know that's right. It is a crazy, crazy time. So I thank you for coming on Let's Talk to
You're
share about your
welcome.
delightful treats. You know, with the holidays coming up, and you've got some awesome things that I want my viewers to take a look at. So with further ado, can I share what you brought along, your pictures with everybody, and you can talk to us about them?
Absolutely.
Okay, all right, you guys. Your mouths are going to be watering as you see this stuff here. As I said earlier, this is the owner, Patricia Smiley Harmon, and with that, I'm gonna let her take it away and tell you about her cakes.
Hey guys, how are you? This is the cinnamon roll pound cake. Now, if you really love cinnamon rolls, you will really love this cake. This cake is very good. It's very tasty. It's not too sweet. It's a very nice cake. It's a cinnamon roll pound cake.
That looks so good. It's just dripping. Just-
Coffee too.
yes. Oh, what is this? Oh my goodness.
So I decided to put a little pizzazz to my cakes when I do them. I don't just do plain cakes. I try to add a little pizzazz to it. This is actually a 7-Up pound cake.
Mm.
Normally, 7-Up pound cake, people, some bakers would just put a glaze on it, but I decided to put some, lemon, sliced lemons around it, and the client was very pleased with that, and it's really, really delicious.
Oh, it looks delicious. Oh my goodness. And guys, as you're looking at these cakes and she described them, keep in mind the holidays are coming up. And if you're busy like me, hey, you can hit her up and put your orders in now for the holidays. Oh, what is that? Oh my gosh.
So this is a German chocolate pound cake. So the client that I had wanted some German chocolate, of course, on top. As you can see, the pecans are on top of the German chocolate. They didn't want it on the side, so I did that. Now, if you ever order this cake and you want it on the side, just let me know. Description. You go to mymamaspoundcakes.com, and when you place your order, there's a section in which your order is for notes, and it comes to me and lets me know what a person desires and what day they want and things like that. So. Yeah, this is a good one.
Watering. It looks so good. I love it. I love it. Ooh, what is
So, so,
that?
I do make adult cakes. Tis the season, right?
Yes.
So this is a pina colada 3-layer coconut cake. It has pineapple in the middle between the layers, and then I put, of course, I put coconut rum inside the cake when I bake it, and also I put I put coconut rum in the cake when it's warming, so you can really feel it. And then, of course, I top it off with several of the shots. You want to pour it over it when you're eating or whatever the cakes may be.
Goodness,
Yeah,
that looks delicious. Oh, girl, you doing your thing. I love it. I love it.
thank you.
Oh my goodness. Strawberries.
So the strawberry pound cakes, this has been like one of my number one sellers. I have a lot of customers that really love this cake. I've had several orders with this cake. This is a strawberry and cream pound cake. And this pound cake is thebomb.com. So when I make this particular cake, I put Jello in it, strawberry Jello in it, and it sits on the top. It sits at the very top of the cake, and then the vanilla sits on the bottom. It's really, really nice. You will like this. If you like strawberries, this is definitely a winner here.
Oh,
Strawberry and cream pound cake.
Oh,
Yep.
wow. That's awesome. I love
Mhm.
and also that could be something for the holidays and guys, how how you guys do if you make the wife mad or girlfriend mad, you can order one of these cakes and give it to her to kind of make up for that. That is, I love it. That's a Valentine's Day cake, a holiday cake. Oh, it fits
Yeah,
all the descriptions. Wow, that's beautiful. I love it, girl.
thank you.
Ooh.
So this is a caramel pound cake. This pound cake is very, very nice. It's a caramel pound cake. Not too much caramel, but I put just enough on there. Some people like it with more caramel. Some people like it with less caramel. But this particular cake is a winner too. I've got a lot of good reviews about this particular one as well. And all of my cakes are made from scratch. I make them all from scratch, and there's nothing like a nice homemade cake. Nothing like it.
Oh, I know. Oh, girl, I know. Oh, that looks so delicious. Oh, wow, girl, you are doing your thing. My goodness, my goodness. You mind if I ask you some questions? I'm intrigued by all your baking efforts and things of that nature. Do you mind if I ask you a couple questions?
I don't mind. I
And
don't mind.
you guys make sure you chime in and ask questions and comments. I'll be checking here to share with Patricia as well. But the first thing I wanted to know, I'm always intrigued how whatever got people started in their businesses.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
who inspired you the most? Well, I should say this. What inspired you to open up your own business and open up a bakery?
Well, basically, I was with Delta for 14 years. I decided to take the package in August, and so my husband, he was with Delta for 35 years. He retired, so he retired. He has Parkinson's, and I'm his caretaker. Well, my mom inspired me to bake. That's number one. My mom, she inspired me to bake. But this really inspired me as well, where I take care of him. So I decided that I was gonna go ahead and do this and open up open up an online store.
Mhm.
It's been going very well, very, very well. So because I take care of him, and then that gives me the opportunity to be home and in my own kitchen and bake.
Oh,
So I'm licensed and everything. South Fulton approved me with my particular kitchen and everything. So I'm clean and everything. So I bake with I wear I wear the apron and the hair net and all that, the whole 9 yards. So, but that's what inspired me, taking care of my husband basically, to be with him and help him out.
oh, wow. Wow, that's awesome. Big ups to you for taking care of your husband. That's truly love and dedication. So
Thank you.
that's awesome. Wow. So with your whole business, when someone goes to your website and say they want to order some of your delightful treats, and you see the words, when I went, I said, we're the quote unquote, we're bringing the taste of home back to the table. I said, I wonder what that means. So what exactly does that mean?
Well, basically, so oftentimes, but me growing up in Miami, I'm originally from Miami, Florida. My parents are from Alabama, but growing up in Miami, I remember my mom used to always, cook and bake and every day. But Sunday dinners were always special. We always had Sunday dinners. A lot of times people get so busy, they don't, families don't get together anymore like they used to. To socialize and see what's going on, and that really meant a lot to me, with the time of me growing up. So when I say we bring the taste of home back to the table, I feel like when I bake with love, because my mom showed me that baking with love is very important. That's how you can tell when a person is passionate about something, when they bake with love. I enjoy it. And when you taste it, it's like, oh, it's something that my grandmother used to make, or my mom used to make, or they may not be here anymore. You can still get that same aroma, with a nice aroma, smell. It's delicious. And so you just kind of think of home when you
Mhm.
when all those ingredients are combined and so forth and so on. So I remember that growing up back in Miami, how I would just be so intrigued by all the different things that my mom would do in baking. That's kind of what I meant by bring the taste of home back to the table, bring everybody back to the table.
That's
And yeah.
and that's what it should be about, like back
Mhm.
in the day, because nowadays the young millennials, they don't really cook or bake. And you go to Kroger or some of the grocery stores and buy a cake, it doesn't taste nothing like, you know, at your grandma or your mom's and homemade, and the smells just lift your spirit up. Oh my gosh, that is amazing. That's cool. So at this point, you talked about your husband and baking and things of that nature. Where do you want to take your business? How far do you want to take it? Do you want to expand it, or what are your thoughts on that?
Well, my goal is, of course, I consult. I'm a strong believer in God and where God is taking me because He is the one that inspired me to stop working at Delta Airlines to take care of my husband. And so I'm just going by God's leading. I would like to open up a store in Selma, Alabama. My family's from Sardis, Alabama. My dad's from Sardis, Alabama. A lot of them live in Selma, Alabama. So I would like to open up a shop in Selma, Alabama to honor my dad and the family, and then also to open up a shop in Miami, where I grew up at. And a lot of people know me from Richmond Heights, Miami, Florida. I got a lot of customers down there too. And I want to open up that as well. So I'm asking God just, for direction, with this COVID thing, I'm just taking it one step at a time with the online store right now. And I'm just going by God's leading. I just want to make it into a multi-billion-dollar business because truly there's nothing like homemade anything, which we all know that. Nothing like homemade, no
You
matter what it is.
all right. That's amazing that you can put love and care within. You mentioned God, so that in itself, that's huge that you taking your time, you making it right. And oh, I love it, girl. You doing it. And like I said earlier, with the holidays coming up, everybody's ripping and running. Even though we're in a pandemic and all this stuff is going on, I'm sure people are working probably harder and longer than they did at home from the computers. So they don't have time to make those things. So it's awesome that you do it. And then to somebody who may have lost a loved one who's grieving for their mom or their grandmom, you can make that pound cake that their grandmother used to make or their mom.
Yes, exactly, exactly.
That's beautiful. So, you and I had talked before about a vegan cakes. Help me understand exactly what that is. Tell the viewers what that's all about.
Well, I've been baking since I was like 21, pretty much. I'm 62 right now. I'm 62 years old, and
Good.
I do the cakes, and my mom do the pies. As a matter of fact, I have one of her pies. Can I show it to you? One
Yes,
of the pies. I
absolutely.
have
Yeah.
one of my mom's pies. She does the sweet potato. She does the sweet potato pies, y'all. And my mom has been baking and cooking since she was 13 years old. She's 83. So with the business, every time her pies sell out.
Wow.
She's selling like 15, 20 pies. But I wanted to show you, let me get this right here. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. She's been baking since 83. I mean, she's 83 and still baking. That's awesome. You guys, it's a blessing to hear that. She's,
I don't know if you can see this or not. Can
yes, yes, yes.
you see
Tilt,
it?
tilted it just a little bit more. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow.
We put it in a pie box. We don't do no aluminum foil, y'all. We put it in the pie box. It's all about being professional. Put it in the pie box, and then here's my mom's pie. Let me tell you, I'm giving this customer she's taking it to Florida tomorrow morning. Can you see it?
Yes, it looks
My
beautiful.
mom did this, y'all. She does that. I do the cakes. She does the pies.
Oh, wow.
Absolutely. So I have like I said, I have a customer that's going to Florida tomorrow morning that I got to take tonight too.
Wow.
And I have this chocolate pound cake. I don't know if I want to show y'all.
I know that I might come through the camera and take a piece. These cakes are wonderful. Oh my God.
Can you see the chocolate? Well, I don't know if you can see this chocolate pound cake or not, but
Ooh, wow.
yeah, that's my chocolate pound cake I made for a customer.
Mm-mm-mm. And they're from scratch.
Yes, everything's from scratch. Absolutely.
Chocolate bars going around it. Oh my goodness.
I know. I put some chocolate bars around it. Listen, I do whatever I listen. It's just I'm about presentation and about making sure the customer gets what they want. And you want to be different, you want to be different. So that's where I'm going with it.
That's
Hmm.
awesome. I love it. I love it. And you guys, for those of you out there that are vegan, she does offer
Oh
that.
yes, vegan cakes. I'm sorry about that. I apologize. I do vegan cakes. So I started this new this new line, this vegan line, because one of my customers were asking, well, Patricia, you should think about doing vegan cakes, and I was like, okay, excuse me. There are a lot of vegans in Atlanta, and so I started the line. I have right now I only have four that I do. I do a lemon pound, I do a red velvet vegan, I do vanilla pound cake vegan, and I do a eggnog pound cake.
Mm.
Pound cake. It's delicious. So when you go on the website, there's a slot that says vegan, and you just click on that, and then order it if you're a vegan. You will love it. Whether I do ship cakes as well. Yeah.
So, question now, you said vegan. So, I'm assuming vegan is that you don't use any eggs. Is
I
that
don't use any eggs. I don't use any dairy. I have vegan butter that I use vegan butter. Um, a straight up, the unbleached flour, things like that.
to
Yeah,
make?
I mean, it's strictly vegan. I use apple cider vinegar. They use that. Put that in. Also, they have this buttermilk that they use, but it's not really buttermilk. It's like a vegan buttermilk. I mean, so you have to really, yeah, it's interesting. So it's
Wow.
interesting. So but a lot of people they like it. They like it.
And that's awesome that you bake according to somebody's palate, how they want their cakes made, vegan or
Right.
not. I love it.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
great. You guys listen to that. So, there's a lot of people out there that's on those diets or they can have dairy. So
Right.
that's
Right.
that's good. That's good. So,
Mhm.
question. So, you sound like you have a lot on your plate and you're busy, you're going, and you had mentioned your husband and his illness. What
Mhm.
helps you when you have those days? What helps you? I know, like for example, for me, when I have one of those days, I like to just write. That's therapy for me. What is baking therapy for you? Does that help you deal with any of those days that you may have?
It does. It does. I am so much like my mom. Sometimes we grow up, we think, well, we're not like our mom, but we are like our mom.
Mhm.
My mom she done dug right in doing these pies. I'm like, for real, mom. But anyway, I'm so much like my mom. She, baking, it does, it calms me. It makes me, I enjoy it. I give it my 100%. I pray over all of my products. I pray y'all over
Yeah.
to make sure that the person, really, I wanted people to feel the love that, that I have that I want to give to the world, that God has given me this gift. So I decided to embrace it. I embrace it now, and I pass it on to other people and customers, and they really love it. So I'm thankful that God gave me this gift to bake, and I can cook too now. But baking is where that's my passion.
Yes, wow. And
Mm-hmm.
definitely, and it's good to hear that you pray over the products and things of that nature. And like we said earlier, if someone's having a tough time with the holidays coming up, I'm sure there's people like myself that have lost loved ones, and the
Yeah.
food can just be delightful and lift their spirits. So that's huge. Let me take a look and see what the live audience is saying here. Let's see here. Somebody's saying nice. Cake's looking good. Somebody said my birthday's tomorrow. Can you bake me a cake like that?
Are you in Atlanta?
Oh, speaking of
You
which,
in Atlanta?
yeah, speaking of which, now can you ship because we have viewers in 12 states? Can you ship? Okay. Can you get it to them fairly quickly? How quick can you get it to them so it stays fresh?
So here's the thing: when I ship cakes. I ship them overnight. My Thanksgiving, of course, I've got orders from Florida, Michigan. I've got orders from going to Chicago, Alabama. I mean, so yes, I ship. So what I basically do is, um, for my shipping, I normally ship it overnight. So for my out of town customers, I ship Monday. The week of Thanksgiving, I ship that Monday, and they'll get it that Tuesday for overnight. I send it FedEx.
Oh,
FedEx.
okay. I love
Yeah,
that.
overnight.
Y'all hear that? So it's
It
fresh.
is overnight, honey.
So
Yeah.
it's nice and fresh, not stale, none of that. Let's see here what we got going on. Somebody said they love that cake. Um, oh, somebody said you do delicious homemade cakes and salads. Oh, okay, so tell
I
me
do salads too. I do salads.
about.
The
Okay.
holidays are here. Yes, when you go on the website, I do salads too, but the salads are only for local.
Okay.
Of course, local is only for because if you try to order a salad out of town, it's not gonna do it. It's blocked on my website. But yeah, I do homemade salads. But I
She's
was
you got.
focusing on holidays and stuff like that right now. But yes, I do salads. I do homemade trail mix, things like that. It's all on the website. It's all
Oh,
on the website.
and again, she's in Atlanta, so the salads will be for locals. Let's see here. Somebody else said, "Where's that sweet potato pie?" Okay, she showed that. It said, "Nice, real skills." Yes, yes.
That's mama, honey. Look, she been doing it since she was 13. You know it's off the chain. One of my neighbors got one. She couldn't believe it. Yes,
Wow.
mama does that.
They get to doing that delightful dance when they take a bite, huh?
It's gonna make your hair stand on top of your head.
That's what it's all about, that's what it's all about, eating those, like you said, home made desserts. Definitely, definitely. So, Patricia, I think it's awesome that you're doing this and that you're making your dreams come true, retiring and opening up a business. I wish awesome, great things for you, girl. I know. Just remember us peons when you blow up and you got 50 bakeries around the United States. But if somebody wanted to get in touch with you, how can they get in touch with you to order some cakes?
Okay, well, they can go to the website. The website is mymamaspoundcakes.com, MYMAMAS poundcakes.com. You can also call me. My number is 404-542-3981. That's 404-542-3981. You can hit me on Instagram. You can send me a friend request on Facebook. I'm all over the place. So, and also you can message me. Like when you go, some people message me when they go on the website, they'll send me a message about the cakes and a menu. I'll shoot them a menu across. I'll let them see it, things like that. So for each order that I do, I include my menu for you too as well. So
That's
yeah.
and
So
I can attest to it, you guys. She's got way more cakes on the website than what we showed
I
tonight.
really do.
Just get ready. Look, when you watch, y'all are gonna be licking your lips and salivating because they just look scrumptious.
Thank
So,
you so
oh
much.
my
Thank
goodness,
you.
thank you for coming on. Let's talk on Delightful Friday. And I wish
It was a pleasure. It was a pleasure.
nothing but great things for you. So,
Thank you. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure.
absolutely, thank you. To stay safe.
Okay, you too now.
Bye bye.
Bye.
So there you have it, you guys. Patricia Smiley Harmon. She that is her passion is baking, and as you saw, she makes some wonderful, wonderful cakes. I'm just so happy for her and proud for her. That's what it's all about. Retiring from your job and making your dreams come true. I can attest to that. After 28 years in corporate America, I'm making my dreams come true with my books and podcasts and writing, freelance writing. So that's what it's all about. So, staying on the delightful track, our next guest, as I mentioned earlier tonight, our next guest loves to bring delight to her clients by making their lives easier. Sabrina Lowry is the chief technology officer for Sabrina Lowry Enterprises LLC and the qualifying broker of Legacy Realty and Management LLC. She has recently been certified by Cornell University for women's entrepreneurship, and she is the author of The Entrepreneur's Blueprint for Digital Dominance and Social Etiquette, Communicating with a Conscious Mindset. So we're going to bring her on and have her share some of her good stuff with us for Delightful Friday. She's trying to connect here. Here she comes. Cornell University for women's entrepreneurship, of the entrepreneurs, a blueprint for digital dominance, and
Try to get my stuff set up over here.
yes, she just came from a conference. She
Here's the perfect stuff with us for the
Friday.
Let me turn this other sound off.
Okay, okay. How you doing today? You miss busy, busy lady. Getting things done. Wearing many, many hats.
Absolutely.
Oh my goodness. So how you doing? You staying safe, washing your hands, wearing your mask, all that good stuff, girl?
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know it. So glad to be here.
Yes, Delightful Friday. Like I said, she does speaking engagements and she just came from one. So I am so honored that you are gracing Let's Talk. I know you're busy, busy. So thank you for coming on.
My
So
pleasure.
listen, I wanted to pick your brain and ask you some questions that you could share with the viewers for those people that are thinking about going into entrepreneurship, that have businesses, some tidbits that you can share with everybody. So let's dig right on in. So tell me, Sabrina, how did you start your entrepreneurial journey? Where did it all begin? What gave you the idea?
So first of all, Dre, I want to just say greetings, good evening, and I'm so thankful for you, for your platform, for everything that you do. I am truly honored to also be here with you all, and shout out to all the skate family. Hey, Jamal, I see you. Carla, hey, who is that? Is that Kojak? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? It is so good to be here. So just shout out to all the live streamers right now that are tuned in. Let's talk, Dre. I am from Jersey. I am a Jersey girl. So a lot of times people hear the passion come out through the accent, and that is because I am from the Northeast. I've been in the South for over 24 years now. After I left Jersey, my mom relocated to Miami, Florida. And so she raised me single. Mommy did her thing. And then I went about my merry way to the University of Florida. Once I got to Gainesville, go Gators, shout out to all my orange and blue family. And we're taking the SEC championship one more again. Yes, anyway, shout out. Had to just drop that right there. I am a Gator. So yes, shout out to my people. But anyways, once I left there, I found my first gig in ATL because my degree is in computers and information systems. So I've always been a geek. I've always wanted to deal with computers. I've had my first computer in the 70s. I had all the gaming systems. You know, when the cousins wanted to go spend the night somewhere, they wanted to hang with your girl Bree because I had all the technology. We had HBO in our house. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so I've been here 24 years, which makes me a peach now, y'all. And then I found the love of my life. I should say he found me. And yes, he found me online. So yes, that is a real thing, right? If you're not from somewhere and you're not meeting the people that you really catching a vibe with and whatever, you know, it's nothing wrong with safe online dating, right? You bring the online offline, y'all connect, your energy is right, you're good, and all those things is clicking. Y'all know what I'm saying? And we have celebrated 18 years together, my boo.
Congratulations. Oh,
Yes,
that's
yes.
awesome. Oh my
Hey,
goodness.
Mark.
Take a look at this. And so you, you know, as I mentioned earlier, that you are in fact an author, and so you brought this that you wanted to share with everybody. Let me just cue up my thing here so I can show the tech evangelist what we got here.
All right.
There we go. Now tell me about this beautiful thing in your hand.
Yes, ma'am. So I am just starting my little watch party right now for the folks to connect with us too. And so they can, hey, y'all, hey, drop on in and say hey to Drina. And I'm so thankful that you asked me about my book. So I did just come from an event. So that means I am always ready. And so this is the Entrepreneur's Blueprint for Digital Dominance. It was my first publication because you know when you're that subject matter expert that you get asked the same question all the time, like all the time. You know, I want to make sure that people have a resource guide. So it's just a little bit of my journey into entrepreneurship because I did leave my corporate IT job in order to fulfill my legacy in entrepreneurship. I just so happened to find a very lucrative path because I started in Mary Kay, grew my team real quick. You know, I talked about that, and there's no need for tech in that. That's all skincare and sales, right? So that really wasn't the fit. I wasn't really making the money like this, like I have in tech or in real estate. So it was a whole pivot, right? So I know how to pivot. Change is okay with me. So I made the pivot from that. And unfortunately, you know, my team members, some of them are still rocking in MK. And that means what? I was a good recruiter, right? I picked the right people. And now I have a real estate brokerage and property management company. I've been a realtor for 17 years. So when I stopped the IT gig and I stopped having to commute to Griffin, Georgia from Vinings, you know, your girl was commuting 55 miles one way a day. You know what that feels like?
Yeah.
That feels a little something like, how about we park the car and buy a motorcycle? Okay, So I did that. So I got a motorcycle. Yes, I did. And I had to get my 2 wheels popping on down 75 down to Griffin, Georgia every day. And that was before they would allow telecommuting, right? So this thing called Y2K happened. Y'all remember Y2K? I was still that chick that was on call with a beeper in my pocket. I was still that chick that was rocking with the computer. I had to have it everywhere I went. And that meant when they turned the clock 12 at midnight on that January 1 of the 2000, guess who was standing at the computer at home?
Wow.
Your girl. The power of technology, the first opportunity to do what is now known as telecommuting. I've been doing that, Dre. So this COVID-19 is nothing that I had to pivot to, from, or otherwise. I'm in my natural habitat, truth be told, right about now, because I've been supporting people with technology, just like I did earlier today for the Flipology boot camp that I just left.
Wow. Girl, many hats there. I love it. I absolutely love it. That's amazing. So what is your superpower? Where do you get your energy? You're a mom, a wife, you own a real estate brokerage, you're doing IT. Girl, where do you get the energy? A public speaker? Where do you get all your energy from?
Absolutely. One thing I learned is from successful boss women, right? My grandmother came from a tribe of 13 siblings, and most of them were girls, and they were in Jersey, which meant they were self-sustaining because they left the South. My grandmother's family was from West Virginia, which meant dad's family was from North Carolina. So guess where everybody retreats? They go to the North. They try to make that little thing a difference for their family because the South wasn't doing it. Every single one of my grandmother's lineage were homeowners. You know, my great grandparents were homeowners. So I kind of think that real estate was in my DNA. And subconsciously, when you're able to bring a dream to fruition, it's called home ownership. And I became a homeowner in my 20s. And I did that by saving and having proper credit and saving some money, you understand? And affording a mortgage that will be soon paid off with equity that then goes to the legacy for my baby's heritage, which means their children's 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 children is taken care of.
All right now. So the energy that you get is just grinding to prepare something for your legacy.
It is. It's from the family. We always did that. If my grandmother had her home that she owned back in a time where women didn't even have the right to home ownership, Dre, in the 70s. So let's talk about the history of real estate, because I'm an instructor. I teach it too, right? So I don't just sell, I teach, I give knowledge, I speak truth to power, and then I empower. So then you're encouraged to take action, and action turns into what? Cash opportunities. So some people call it hustling. I'm not a hustler. I'm an educator. I'm an influencer, and I help people. That's when it's different, right? And so when people just ride on by you, walk on by you, but they really don't know your story, I don't feel bad for me. I feel bad for them.
Mm,
Right?
yeah.
Sometimes you got to take the power that you have, and people don't even understand their power. I know my power. My superpower is technology. I speak tech very well, right? I have the energy to just show up and go up every day. But people that live on negativity and people that don't open their mouth to speak to you when they see you, where they otherwise could have not waken up that day to see you behind at the rink. Hello, somebody. It might just take a little wink and a nod sometimes to let people know, I see you, boo. I see you, right? And then I see you seeing me too. So what's up with that? That's called a relationship, Dre. The first time we met, right? We locked eyes and we locked arms, right? As a sisterhood. And now look at us. It's called creating collaboration opportunities, boo.
Yes.
Who helped you in COVID? Your sister did. Who prayed for you in COVID? Your sister did. Who was there for you in COVID, creating cash opportunities?
There you go. There you go. And that's what it's all about is relationship and networking. And like you said, sometimes you have to look at your clicks. If you're the smartest one in the room, leave the room. Go get
Right.
it another room with people that's going to lift you and build you and help you. So you guys, as you can tell, she's known as a tech evangelist. She preaching like you feel like you in church because she's breaking it down. She is a wealth of knowledge. Oh my goodness. So you guys, as I continue, make sure you bring in questions for Miss Sabrina so that I can share them with her. So how important is it to have a business plan, lady? How important is that?
Oh, thank you for asking. That's actually the favorite part of my book, right? I call it my money maker. So, if as a strategist, which is what I do, I strategize very easily. I have a visual board. How many of y'all keep like a whiteboard in your office, right? So I could just take pen to paper and knock out a whole business plan right now for you, Dre. You could be like, oh, okay, Sabrina, my goal is to have 2,000 subscribers on YouTube in 30 days. And I'm like, okay, boo, 2,000 divided by 30. Let's do the math. Somebody grab your calculator. What's the math? That means I need X number of likes and subscribers per day. And then how do I get to 100? Oh, because 100 now I can monetize on YouTube. Girl, quit playing. You creating real cash opportunities for me. Okay, let's do the math. So now we gonna work that out again, right? So that's called smart goals. That's called business planning. Some people call it mind mapping. Anybody ever heard of a SMART goal before? If you
Mm.
haven't, let me refer to chapter 3 in my book where I explain it. I explain it. I explain it.
Definitely. Oh wow, that's awesome. That's awesome. And the thing of it is that you don't necessarily have to have a podcast. If you've got a shoe shining business, car wash, whatever,
Right.
nowadays it's not about advertising on newspaper and TV. It's about social media. That's where it's at. Absolutely.
Well, Dre, I actually have a different perspective because there's the world beyond social media. How many of you know about a platform called Google? Let me check the chat. Let me check the chat. Let me just see. If you're online and you know about a platform called Google, type Google in the chat. Let me just see how many of y'all is paying attention.
I'm looking
So
up for that too.
I'm watching. Okay, so if you know about this platform called Google, and you're a business owner with an idea and you want to create cash opportunities and you don't quite know how, but you really don't even want to be on social media.
Mm.
Do you know that you can still grow your business with a business plan that includes Google? And in the chapter of my book called All Things Google, you're going to want to make sure that you reference the technology, the tools, and the platform that will still create cash opportunities. You know why? Because you're going to go in, you're going to answer a series of questions. I've got basic questions that will allow me, as the tech evangelist, to strategize with you and your business as a business owner to then make an executive business decision like our boss does. And then you being the CEO of YOU, guess what you get to do? You get to say yes to Google because now you're going to run video advertising. And guess who's a partner with Google? Oops, it might be this thing called YouTube. So then you push in ads on YouTube. Guess what that then does? It's a cyclical thing because now every subscriber, they found you on Google, but then they sent you to YouTube. So then YouTube sends them back when you need them again to the website. And then the website sends them to where? The call to action says, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. That is youtube.com/Sabrina Lowry, RE10.
I love it. Y'all listen to this. Even if you have a business or you're thinking about going into business or just whatever it is, she's breaking it down. Definitely. Girl, you got it down to a science. I love it. Awesome, awesome
You.
advice. So earlier you mentioned about relationships. So, you and I, we were talking the other day. We were talking about how, you can't go to sleep on your nail tech or your hairdresser or your barber or the person because somebody may know somebody that knows somebody. Talk a little bit about that if you don't mind, Sabrina.
I don't mind at all. I was just checking the chat. Hey, y'all. Hey. All right. So, Dree, this is what I'd like to say. There's a lot in our business, as you and I both know, leaving a corporate job and having a steady income, where now you don't show up to a big corporate office and work amongst thousands of people, especially when you're a manager. You and I have been in management and leadership for years, decades. You know what I'm saying? I might just look like I'm only 20 years old, y'all, but I got a 27 and a 26 and a 10-year-old. So, you know.
Hey.
So that's what moguls do, right? Anyway, so if you keep it marketable, as we say in my household, right? Keeping it marketable means that you're always prepared. Literally, there is a whole entire quote in my book, and it says, proper preparation prevents poor performance, y'all. Think about that. I'm going to say it again for the people in the back. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. As a professional, I do not show up unprepared. And in such a time as this, let's just say in our preparation for today's show, right? There's called a rehearsal, there's a dress rehearsal, there's a communication plan. We email, we text. Are you on time, girl? Are you running late? How you feeling? You okay? You need to pray. Let's pray. And that is the power of relationship. Why don't people support each other like that right now, especially women? And there's no competition here. I figure we all get 5 cents on the dollar. We all coming up.
Hello. No, that's right. And even calendars, like, you know how you said we're in a technology age. We share calendars. It's like, okay,
Yes.
here's the link. Absolutely.
But then you gotta read, because some people don't like reading, boo. They be on the email like, can you text me? I said, email me, fool.
I know that's right.
The whole purpose for me giving you instructions, follow them.
That's it. And you know, in today's age, no matter what kind of business you're opening up, you know, if you don't know the technology piece of it, Sabrina would be good at showing you and helping you, because in today's business, that's what it's all about. Even from advertising cars, shoes, bags, what have you. It's all about the social media age. So Sabrina, share with the viewers, you know, you and I talked also about the book and your other book where the proceeds go to. Can you share with us that story that you told me about? In regards to how you raise money with the book. Very good cause.
Oh, so y'all know we live, right? We live. Come
Yeah.
here. No, don't be trying to back off. Don't be trying to back off. You see,
Uh-oh.
yeah, he about to come on camera, because you know that's all he been waiting to do. So
Oh.
this is who this book is for, y'all. This is my mini me. His name is Caleb, and Caleb is now 10, but you see he's almost tall as me. But this book is written for him. It is written for him, right? So my journey with this being my youngest has been all about his journey as a child with autism. On the spectrum, he's high functioning, but he has language processing disorders and few things that it affects his ability to learn. Now, mind you, he is a baby genius, because he comes from a baby mama that's a baby genius over here. That's my baby. I love you. All right.
You just had him. Oh my goodness, he's huge.
He's the big boy. And then there's that, right? And he's a black boy, a big black boy, and a fine, good, big black boy, right? So he's got a few things against him. But when you don't know or understand what is called an invisible disability, everybody that's looking and watching right now, did any of y'all see anything physically wrong with my baby? If you saw him in the street, would you just be like, autism? He got it. Okay, I'm just saying. So in this book, this one, and I did it in the bigger print, right? So that the babies can read, right? I talk about sociology. Sociology was one of my favorite courses in college. Socialization is defined as the activity of mixing socially with others. How many of y'all know how to do that? Did somebody teach you? Did your mama them? Did your daddy them? Who taught you how to socialize? And now we're in COVID. My baby has been in a whole quarantine since, what did I tell you? March 13th.
Wow.
And he's remote learning, which means yet here again, the boss being boss mom, boss of the bosses of all the businesses. And I got to be the boss of his medical treatment, that he's getting the support he needs, that he is making sure through treatments and activities and extracurricular and reading,
Yes.
which is not his favorite subject, so we fight about it. And then I have to tell him, babe, do you know there's a whole chapter in the book where I tell people about the social etiquette commandments. Those are the thou shalt nots, right? Like one of ours lately, because he's 10 years old, right? And he don't like to read, but he sure like to text. And he'll text me full of emojis. I'm like, boy, you better use your words, right? And so then that encourages and inspires him to maybe I will spell. But you know what? He's not a good speller. So what does he do? He uses the technology on the said smartphone, where the smartphone allows you to do what? Dictate, baby. You better tell my mama I said to give me my games back. Send. Because that has happened in my for real life, Dre. It has happened in this residence.
Wow.
But yes, so the social etiquette commandments are there. I have talking about social stories, and this is for a whole family. Like, this is literally something you could read in 40 minutes as a family at dinner and then play games about it. Like, socially speaking, do you have house rules that say no cell phones at the dinner table? Come through, parents. What happened to rules? What happened to even eating dinner together without the TV and the radio and phones? People at dinner in the restaurant, their heads is down. They're going to have text neck. They're going to need a chiropractor. That's another medical bill. I'm trying to avoid these problems, girl.
That's right. Yeah.
Anywho, I digress, but yes. And then the very last chapter, I actually incorporate some of Barack and Michelle Obama's internet and cybersecurity pledges that talk about the importance of the internet, right? We all need it, but what about the importance of it rather than the bad part about it, right? Because we do know about cybercrime. We know cyber fraud is for whole real. People will try to steal your identity online. It has happened to me, right? It is not like anybody is exempt. Cyber criminals don't care who you are. Anyway, so Barack and Michelle, they talk about some pledges that you need. And so as a family and people that really didn't even want to deal with tech, that was forced into tech, you know, I'm over here like, we've been ready and we stay ready. How about you get some of this tech? Come on, see your girl over here.
I know that's right. I know that's right. And you guys, as you can tell, she is a wealth of knowledge. She has plenty of energy for a woman that's been public speaking all day and working. I look up to you. Girl, you doing your thing. Make sure that you guys check her out if you're thinking of opening a business, if you have a business, or you just want to know more about the social media technology forum. She can fill you in on that. Sabrina, please tell the viewers how they can follow you and get more information as I check out these questions here.
Absolutely, Dre. Thank you so much. And I'm so glad for the live streamers that are tuned in. Shout out to everybody this evening on a Friday night, TGIF. You could be anywhere else, but you chose to be here with us. And so the power of relationships is important to me. I want to just leave on that note. Dre, I am so honored again. I am so thankful for you. I thank you for having me this evening. I just had fun with this conversation and hope that we will have some more. I'm even looking forward to our one-on-one where I will bless your whole business with a little talk about tech, right? So everybody, y'all can find me on all social platforms. Sabrina Lowry is my IG, my Twitter. I also started this year the Tech Evangelist on IG as my business page because that support is real. In COVID, I've made money on my tech business than I have on the other businesses. Why? Because tech support costs money. That's not social media advertising kind of budget. It's a whole nother budget, right? When you didn't even know what Zoom was and I was there with the account to get you put on. You're welcome. I'm just saying, some people take it for granted. So SabrinaLowry.com, and it would be so dope if every single one of you would help me reach my YouTube goal and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I posted the link. It is in the chat. It is youtube.com/Sabrina Lowry Tech. When I tell you I've got content for days and it ain't gonna stop. I've got about 20 more years in this game because you see, I got that little baby boy right there I got to be taken care of, okay? So I appreciate you, Dre. And if anybody needs me, go to SabrinaLowry.com, hit that, book a 30-minute with me, and let's chat it up. You know, a virtual coffee is always welcome.
I know that's right. Well, thank you, lady, for coming on Let's Talk. You are always welcome here. Everybody is just going on and on about that's dope, that you know your stuff. Awesome. Keep doing your thing. And sisters help each other, right? Right? So I appreciate you. Love you, girl. Oh, and one other thing, y'all. She is a skater, a very good one, I might add. Hey. So all those things that she do, she makes sure she get in her time at the rink. So
Girl, you know, I was looking at my steps today. I should be skating right now.
I well, we'll talk to you soon. Thank you for coming on Let's Talk. Love you, girl. Talk to you soon. As you guys saw, that was Sabrina Lowry. She is truly a mogul. She's doing it. She's doing it big, and I'm so proud of her. So proud of her. And like she said, relationships are so very important. Make sure you have somebody in your life that can lift you up, that you can share things with, that you can help grow in your businesses or your ventures, your endeavors. So big ups to her. And also want to thank Patricia Smiley Harmon for coming on and sharing her delightful cakes with us on Delightful Friday. And Sabrina gave us some delightful as well. So Patricia's doing great things with her cakes. Make sure you guys check her out for the holidays. For those of you that are busy like me and don't have time to make a homemade cake, definitely look her up as well. So we'll make sure to put both their information in the comments section of this podcast. So as I say always, thank you so much for joining Let's Talk. I want to dedicate this show to my cousin Thelma, who I love very, very much. She was one of my biggest fans. We were very close. And she passed away unexpectedly. And so I want to dedicate this show to her because that's why I did it this week, because I wanted to keep going. And that's what she would have wanted me to do, is to just keep going and making my dreams come true. So I love you, Thelma. Love you, love you, love you. And my heart and prayers goes out to everybody who has lost a loved one this year. So just want to say that. So I want to leave you guys with a positive thought to help you get through the weekend and through the week with all this election craziness and COVID-19 and all this stuff. This comes from Ralph Waldo Emerson. He says, "Do not go where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail." So I take that to mean that don't do what everybody else is doing. Do something different, right? Do something that allows you to stand out from among the rest. And you create a path that people will follow you. So just take that to heart and use that to keep you going, going, going. And as Michelle Obama says, when they go low, we go high. So those people that have different political parties and they say nasty things, or you see nasty things on social media, be the bigger person, hold your head up and smile. And as my Shiro said, when they go low, we go high. And with that, I love you guys. Stay safe, wash your hand, wear your mask, and I'll see you next week. Love you. I'm out.